Shalom, shalom. Praise the foremost. We give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yamashai, Bahashim, Kakadash. We get the honors to our apostles at L3 and most known. Also say shalom to all the Akamadair preaching his truth, not true series, the brother Tazwan Kabar from the G-Miss Miami, the heralds of Yahushai, 144 camp. Back with another video through the spirit. And before I start this video, I want to touch up on the true names and her father and his son. Start with his father, with his so-called God. His true name is Yahweh. Which name mean he exists. The true name of his son, who the world, and he called Jesus Christ or Jesus Christos in the Spanish, or Jesus Queen, and Jesus Creole. His true name is Yahushai. Which his name mean he says he delivers. He's soon about to do according to prophecy. And as you can see, this is going to be the title. Got a couple precepts to mind, but these were my main two precepts. Let the spirit flow. But as you see, the title will be "Can't Fast Forward Through the Tribulation." And what inspired me to make this video, or inspired me with this title, seeing what's going on within the news as far as the whole Christianity bullshit with the rapture. Have you been on rapture talk, the rapture side of TikTok, or just seen what's going on with social media with these Christians, believing that the rapture is going to take place, which the whole idea of a rapture is a false narrative, is a false doctrine, which they believe, that they're going to get quote unquote risen up or taken up before, I would say, our hell break loose in a sense. Okay, but that's not according to the scriptures. The rapture is not within the scriptures. It's a man-made doctrine, if you really think about it. Okay, but we understand that what's really part of the scriptures is that the men of the Lord, are going to have to go through tribulation. The Lord's going to try his men, put them in certain situations, to try their faith, to also to build them up. Okay, the Lord like soldiers. The Lord's like men that's going to fight through certain battles and get back up. Okay, what Christianity, dumbass Christians like to do is avoid tribulation and hard times. Christianity like to push out, just come to church, you're saved. That's it. No tribulation, no going through the, let's say, go trying to fire, none of that. Okay, no during this, during that. Nah, that's not how you prove yourself to be a good servant for Yahweh Shemashai. Okay, Lord like to see works and things like that. And these Christians, they don't believe in works. They don't really believe in getting your feet dirty, get your hands dirty. Okay, they like easy shit. To be honest, man. Okay, but speaking of that, let me get some KJV. Let me get Sirach chapter 2 real quick. It's Sirach, or also named as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation." And in Christianity, they don't teach you that in church. They don't teach you that, hey man, it's gonna be rough coming to the serve Yahweh Shema. It's gonna get hard. It's not all sweet and lollipops and easy. No, man, Christianity don't say none of that. Okay, it says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble." Christians like to push out smooth things. They like the scripture say how they be like prophesy to smooth things. Prosperity. That's what Christians like to hear. "Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when are changed to a low state. For gold is trying the fire, and acceptable man in a furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way right, and trust him." All right, 1 second. Focusing on verse 5. So, for gold is trying the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Okay, that's the whole point. That purification process, the Lord putting us through certain fires, representing tribulations and circumstances, and him chastising us. Why? So he can make us like gold, pure. Okay, to purify gold, you got to put it through fire. All right. You know, there's no such thing as trying to wiggle your room away from tribulation. There's no such thing as trying to take a foot over or walk over tribulation. No, man. The men of the Lord, the elect members, are going to go through tough situations and trial tribulations. Okay. Um. I'm jump down to verse 12. It said, "Woe be to the fearful hearted and faint hands, and the sinner that goes 2 ways. Woe unto him that is faint hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? They that fear the Lord will not disobey the word, and they that love him will keep his ways." All right. I just wanted to read that. Okay. The Lord saying, "Woe unto you that's in disbelief and not, and that's two-minded, double-minded. All right. When it comes to the Lord, you're shaky. You're not sure if He's gonna save me. You're not sure He's gonna protect me through trials and tribulations. Yeah, the Lord don't like that. Okay. But going back to the topic, all right, you cannot. I'm sorry, you can't fast forward through the tribulation. You know how we got a TV remote. You fast forward to a certain part of a show or a movie. You can't do that with this truth. All right, you can't skip what's supposed to be planned for. All right, as far as prophecy, and these Christians gonna understand that real soon, as when they see our hell break loose and things get worse and worse, as it's already getting worse. And a lot of people are seeing this right now and fleeing the church because they're in uncertainty, but people are not in stable minds right now. Okay, basically that's what I mean, uncertainty. But the men of the Lord understand that, hey, these certain times are for the trying of our faith. Okay, let's get the key precepts. The Revelation 7 verse 14, "And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest, and he said to me, these are," we'll start verse 13. Revelation 7 verse 13, which this chapter goes into the elect, the deliverance of the elect, and Lord be holding back the winds. Our winds that represents the destruction. All right, Lord's gonna hold on back the winds until He get His elect. Okay, this 7 verse 13, "And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, What are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, These are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb." I thought about Shemashai for that sacrifice. For through His sacrifice we are able to find mercy and grace to the eyes of Yahweh by Shemashai. All right. And it says, I'm going to read verse 14 again. "And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, These are they which came out of great tribulation." Okay, it's talking about the elect. All right. What time is also called called great tribulation or temptation? All right. The hour of temptation. That's a great time of tribulation. That's gonna be within the time of great tribulation, and also too, that's gonna be hour of temptation. Okay, the elect are gonna have to go through that. That's a trial. Okay, that's the Lord trying our faith. All right, but the elect is gonna pull through. All right, before that and stuff like that, the Lord's gonna put us through certain situations, famines, death, and destruction. Okay, these are times of great tribulations. Okay, I'm reading it. He says, "And I said to him, Sir, you are the one who knows." And he said to me, "These are the ones who died in the great tribulation. They have washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb and made them white." But you have some men that's going to even die for this truth. It's going to say, striving to truth unto death. All right, Christians may hear them like, dying for God. Bug out. But, you have some that won't even have to taste of death, as the scripture say. All right, but before, well, just the end all be all, you still got to endure. Okay. All right. Whether your course is to, be a martyr, you're going to be first risen up, but that's part of the trials and tribulations. All right. We make it count. We count the cost, as you could say. Okay. We are well aware of what's to come. Okay. Also had Acts chapter 14, verse 22. Acts chapter 14, verse 22. And it says, conforming the souls of disciples and exhortation. Yeah, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhortating them to continue in the faith, that we must do much, no tribulation, through much, scot-free, through much tribulation, enter in the kingdom of Most High. Okay, I'm reading LT. It says, where they strengthen the believer, they encourage them to continue in the faith, reminding them that we must suffer many hardships to enter the kingdom of the Most High. All right, Scripture said, enter through at the straight gate. All right, Christianity have a wide ass gate. Anybody can come in, no lock. All right. Christianity that's the type of, you don't want that gate, man. You want to go through the straight gate. You want to be called great and faithful servant. All right. You put that hard work in. All right. You did what you had to do. You was finding the obstacles and anything that's coming away for y'all, but you must shy. All right. You didn't come scot-free. No. Okay. So this is part of knowing what you're in, knowing what this truth really is about, knowing what is true and what's false. Okay. Through much great tribulation. All right. You catching hell this day, catching hell this week. 1 week is better than the other week. Saying coming at you in all forms of ways, whether it be your wife, Esau, your job, through much tribulation. Esau coming as a flood, through much tribulation. Our temptation, through much tribulation. Okay? Shall they enter into the kingdom. Okay? So you can't fast forward the tribulation, man. You can't skip over it. Or you can't put a blanket over it and walk over it. You know what I'm saying? But yep. Love one of this video is edifying. All right. First of all, to get all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahshai, Bahashim, Kakadash. Niggas dumb honors to our apostles, other your millstone. Also say shalom to all the Akim out there, preach this truth. You know, Truth City. I'm going to stay up with them. Shalom.